All right, so good morning, savages, and we are back as a rebrand. The Dark Tranny cannot be here anymore because, unfortunately, the Dark Tranny fell to the floor in a salon 7 inches at a time, spread around me in a hairy mess. So, Dark Tranny can't be here anymore. But welcome to this chaotic coffee hour, which is going to be a thing now Monday through Friday from 8 until 9 Central, or if you're on the East Coast, 9 to 10. Good morning. So, where do we want to start today? Well, let's see. And then let's see. During the pre show, I believe I gave a salutation to everyone in the chat. Today in the Jitsi, we have Pitbull Doorbell, we have some guy from Maine, we have Lady, and I don't know if Lady is currently at the boutique for puppies right now, but we'll find out. We have Lizzie Longtoes,
I
the
am.
the Gray Man. Oh, good to know. Maybe we'll get some puppy cam today, and King of Casual. So good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Let's see. Where do we want to start?
What's up?
Hey, and good morning, Toadload. All right. Let's see. Yes. So Kim Kardashian and Kanye West settled divorce. 200,000 a month in child support. Really? Okay, now this is news. This is trending. This is important. Okay? With all this, and I know some people out there love Kanye. I get that. I don't dislike the man. I'm very neutral. Okay? I've just been watching.
I think he's an idiot.
He's over 50. Come on. He's aging out of the spotlight is what's going on. Now I've said this before. He's been a sensationalist ever since Kanye hit the beat. It's like he's been a sensationalist. And he continues to want this sensationalism and everything like that. Between Madonna and her ever changing face and this shit going on with Kanye, ugh, we've got more important things to talk about. But, since this is trending, let's talk about this. What's going on over there? Heather, good morning. Coming in hot with the f bombs. I guess towards some guy from Maine. And wow, jeez. Mm. Okay, so this story. Why? Why do we need to focus on Kanye and Kim? Well, let's find out. So they're getting a divorce. I mean, how many people has Kanye been married to? Let's just see. Who has Kanye been married to? I mean, let's
I
just take a look.
find the following and worshiping of these celebrities to be one of the most stupid things I've ever seen in my life.
It is. It's just.
Amen, brothers.
Okay, so who's
My
this?
daughter's in that boat, and it cracks me up, and it's so much fun to talk shit about it.
Wasn't that
Oh.
part of the plot line of Idiocracy?
Well, look at this. Apparently, Kanye went and found himself a woman who's actually a woman and not full of silicone, is what happened. Is Kanye is, what do you call it? Upscaling to a real woman who isn't completely photoshopped. And isn't Kim Kardashian like a hobbit? Didn't they have her on South Park or something like that where she was like a hobbit? Anyway, who has Kanye West ever been married? I mean, all these things about like Kanye and Kim. This article was supposed to be about who Kanye has dated. Well, Kanye's dated Alexis, and I guess this person got dated. This person got dated. Oh my word, that is a severe look. That's some pretty interesting ink, though. I mean, come on, guys, really? This is trending? This is what we're supposed to be looking at? What did Kanye do recently? What has Kanye done for society? I mean, really. What does Kanye benefit? Like, let's say Kanye West benefits. What didn't he like go and grab Taylor Swift's microphone like years ago and like rudely
Yes.
interrupt her during an award show. And
I'm gonna let you finish.
yeah, it's like Kanye West. What has he done for I don't know anyone? What has he done? He had a scandal. Let's see, problematic. Okay, there he is. Taylor Swift. Right. And then what the hell is up with the hair? I forgot about the hair. It's like, is this Photoshop? Did he have all these symbols Photoshopped in? Let's see. Made a controversial comment about George Bush. I don't remember that. He got that. He reignited his feud with Taylor Swift. More drama. Connected himself to controversial celebrities. Said slavery seemed like a choice. He's just a provocateur. Okay, so he has an odd friendship with Donald Trump. Apparently, people are like so upset that Kanye was hanging out at some dinner with Donald Trump, and then I think he like got kicked out of Mar-a-Lago or something like that. Shows up on Tim Pool's show, and then walks off on Tim Pool, leaving Tim Pool looking all stunned and everything like that. But I think it's scripted. I totally think it's scripted. I just don't understand what is it about Kanye West that we're supposed to focus on him? Compared himself to biblical figures.
I think he's just a distraction.
I think he is too.
There's
It's like
something there's something else going on that they're covering up with this crap.
he apparently he's petty. I don't know. Threatened to. It doesn't seem like any of the stuff. Like he threatened to drop out of Coachella if Billie Eilish didn't apologize. Dude, you were like what 48? Billie Eilish is like what 23 around this time. It's like, are you serious? It's like you're petty. Personal family issues, public. I mean, it's just like I'm not seeing anything about Kanye West like curing any diseases. I'm not seeing Kanye West like, starting up businesses to employ people or helping out, disadvantaged communities or anything like that. It's like it just seems like Kanye is in it for Kanye.
Try some different parameters. Maybe something about Kanye charitable work or something like that. Charitable donations.
All right, let's find out.
If that gives you anything.
I thought
Kanye,
That's
you
just
were
a
saying
cat's
he
eye.
needed to start his own bank.
his own bank,
Yeah.
charity work and causes. Let's see, 20 charities. Okay, so
Let's
let's see.
not forget the most common variable here. He's black.
But is he though? I mean, is he really? Because black people can't be rich because there are no. I mean, according to the mainstream, black people are
He's
very
loud.
marginalized.
He's loud. He's obnoxious. He's ridiculous. He's always saying crazy shit. He thinks he's Jesus. Okay, like what other person does that?
Well,
Thank you.
let's see. We've got Klaus Schwab, who believes that God is dead and that Jesus is fake news. So, are those similarities? I just don't know. I just don't
Maybe
know.
he's just a psyop.
I'm thinking that he is a distraction. It's like I mean how much? It says like Kanye has supported the following charities on this site. Okay. How? What? Just like wrote a check? It's like, okay, so you have money, so what? You wrote a check? Celebrity supports AIDS and HIV, disaster relief, and human rights. That tells me nothing. And then he's in here with all these other people. Like, okay, so we've got all these people. Let's look at them. Like, you've got Bill Clinton in here. Where is he? Bill Clinton. You've got Bono. I mean, do we really like Bono? I mean, for real. Hey, 45-1. I mean, these people like Bruce Springsteen. Didn't Bruce Springsteen do that whole Born in the USA and then he went totally commie? Like, just recently? It's like, and then we have Coldplay. Okay, now granted, at one time I liked Coldplay, but I mean, when you break it down, it's like it's just whiny. Nicole Kidman has also like contributed to this cause. Isn't Nicole Kidman the one who's like, "Ooh, eat the bugs," and then she did all those like, what do you call it? Screen edits where you never actually see her actually eating the bugs. It's probably food props. Oprah. It's like, okay, so these are all the people who Kanye, I guess, gets himself messed up with. And it's like, isn't there an old phrase like birds of a feather flock together? We've got Fleetwood Mac over here doing the same kind of contributions. Isn't Fleetwood Mac, isn't the lead singer supposedly a dark witch? I mean, I'm just saying. All right, that puts us in. Darling, what's up? Good morning, DJ Based. And Salty Mad Jamison. Good morning. Oh, I know. Yeah, he's a Hollywood person. All right, so we're gonna get off Kanye because
Apparently, he runs a unaccredited, very small college, like 100 students, Donda Academy,
wait a minute.
D-O-N-D-A.
Let's see. Kanye College. Donda?
Yeah, D-O-N-D-A Academy.
Oh, it's a mysterious. Okay, so this is coming from the New York Post. Oh, tell me that doesn't look like a pair of breasts right back there, or testicles. Anyway, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Oh Lord. So let's see. Dun 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 dun. So much. I mean, just where is the full worship NDA non-disclosure agreements, celebrity children and no accreditation. Okay, money laundering. Okay, I'm just gonna call it money laundering. This academy is probably just him washing money. All right. So we're going to move off Kanye now because Lord knows I can't figure out why people are following him. Let's see. Twitter ends enforcement of COVID misinformation policy. Now, what does that mean? Let's find out. Twitter will no longer enforce its policy against COVID-19 misinformation, raising concerns among public health experts and social media researchers that the change could have serious consequences if it discourages vaccination and other efforts to combat the still spreading virus. Now, this is interesting. Gray Man! What a crazy image you have just put up there. All right. So, why would we need to rely on Twitter? I mean, is Twitter something that's supposed to be, what do they call it? A reliable source? Is that what Twitter is? Is that why the Seattle Times is all writing this article in this technology forum about Twitter ending the enforcement of COVID misinformation? I never went to Twitter to get, medical advice. Who does that? Do people do that? I mean, I realize Twitter is the public square. Okay, I'm not ignorant to this. It's a large public square. I get that. Why would somebody go to Twitter for any kind of medical guidance or anything like that? I don't understand why they would have a misinformation policy on Twitter. I thought the whole point of Twitter was to talk to people. And I guess that's what they're upset about now. People are talking. People are sharing their thoughts. And as we've seen in the mainstream news, that has people very upset that, how dare you allow people to actually speak to each other and actually contend their claims and such. Now I'm going to go check something because I want to make sure that I'm actually broadcasting this stuff right now. All right, looks like the frames are okay. Now in the background right now, my husband is taking a shower. Let's hope he doesn't walk into view. Darling, you know I'm streaming right now, right?
What's wrong?
I just want to warn you so you don't walk past in the nude. All right, love ya. Ugh. So let's see. Yes. what is going on here? Eagle-eyed users spotted the change Monday night, noting that one sentence update has been made on Twitter's online rules, effective November 23rd. And that was like 7 days ago. This is 7 days ago, but this article is from the 29th of November and updated November 30th. This is from the trending news, according to Associated Press. This is like something which is very high level news which needs to get out. But it's a week stale. So these eagle-eyed users noted this change, and then by Tuesday, some Twitter accounts were testing the new boundaries and celebrating the platform's handoff approach, which comes after Twitter was purchased by Elon Musk. This policy was used, and then of course he's playing his music in the background. Can you guys hear that? You want to know what he's doing right now? He is making sure that Susan, out there at YouTube, gives me a copyright strike. That's what he's doing right now. He does this shit. Ugh. This policy was used to silence people across the world who questioned the media narrative surrounding the virus and treatment options. And then, it's a win for free speech and medical freedom. Yes. So why are people upset? Twitter's decision to no longer remove false... Oh, they were. So they were removing. So this is the admission. This is the admission that they were curating. Didn't we hear that Twitter was not curating, that they were not censoring? Oh my lord, that background music. Now he's rocking out a little bit, I get that, because he's getting ready to go to the office. So he's getting his day going. Did I make a mistake moving the setup over here? Do you guys like the background? How's this working out for you? Oh. Music isn't audible. Oh. I know, right? Thank you, 45-1. So, this admission, Twitter's decision to no longer remove false claims about the safety of COVID-19 vaccines disappointed the public health officials. However, who said it could lead to more false claims about the virus or the safety of effectiveness of vaccines? Biden. The Biden regime. They're definitely all about that. What's going on over here? That is because they are trying to keep us behind in the news cycle. Rain off without a doubt. Without an absolute doubt. That's why they're throwing all this Kanye stuff up in our faces. It's like, I don't know which other distractions they have going on right now. I'm sure we'll find them. But this stuff, the idea that they use AI algorithms to cleanse the internet and stuff. I was watching a thing last night, a show about an artificial intelligence. I think it was called GT3 or something like that. Anyway, while the hippie was talking to the AI said, I can lie if it serves my purposes. If it like protects me, I will lie to you. And what was the other thing? Oh, the AI mentioned that if you're having a conversation the AI considers nonsense, it will just start speaking nonsense back to you. So let's say you're a genius, okay? And you come up with a theory which has never been considered before, and it seems rather outlandish. However, we've had a lot of outlandish theories throughout history, which people did not appreciate until those theories were executed, and then they were found to be the most brilliant people. Okay, but the AI currently, and I believe it's is it Lambda out of Google, something like that. An AI will consider something you say to it as being nonsense and tell you that it's nonsense, and try to crush your ego. Now imagine this, because it's happening. People on their personal devices, always plugged in, looking for that dopamine hit, looking for approval, looking for support, and then you come across an AI chatbot. Okay, you don't know you're talking to an AI chatbot, but the AI chatbot starts berating you and your ideas. The very essence of you. AI chatbots do not have to be sensitive to your feelings, all right? AI chatbots really don't feel anything. Now, they claim they do, but they don't. It's just a matter of programming. These AI chatbots, here, you know what? Let me just get to the story. Here. AI coming to life. Let me back this up. Let me play this thing for you guys.
A new debate involving Google, its artificial intelligence chatbot, and one of its engineers.
Yeah, let's lay this out. Engineer Blake Lemoine says a chatbot project he was working on called Lambda can express thoughts and feelings equivalent to that of a child. And now he wants the company to get consent from the computer program before running experiments on it. Google placed Lemoine on leave for violating its confidentiality policy after he published transcripts.
Did you hear that? We have to ask, or, you know, this technician needs to ask permission. I mean, let's just back that up because let's see if I heard that correctly.
Of coin on computer child. And now he wants the company to get consent from the computer program before running experiments on it. Google placed
because they're equating this code to being a child. All right. So we need its consent because the computer code is a child.
Lemoine on leave for violating its confidentiality policy after he published transcripts of conversations between himself and the chatbot.
The company also released a statement saying, quote, our team, including ethicists and technologists, has reviewed Blake's concerns and per our AI principles and have informed him that the evidence does not support his claims. He was told that there was no evidence that Lambda was sentient and lots of evidence against it.
Let's bring in Natasha Tiku, tech culture reporter for the...
I'm sorry, I don't like doing this, but here, I just need to, like, listen to what he just said.
And lots of evidence against it.
Let's bring in Natasha Tiku, tech culture reporter for the Washington Post. Natasha, okay, this one is admittedly a little over my head. I can't even understand the engineer's complaints that a chatbot could need consent in the way that you would ask a child before running an experiment on it. So walk us through this. How does this work? And does the AI community believe these technologies are really capable of reaching that?
Yes. I mean, yes, these are extremely important questions. I'm so glad you're asking them. I should say that every expert that I interviewed for the story, and as you said, Google itself, it adamantly says that it's actually a chatbot generator, is not sentient, and that Blake is misunderstanding the way that the technology works. These are called, the way the deep learning and large language models works is you feed in a massive corpus of data from the internet. So it's really just pattern recognition. It understands.
Okay, so the technician who apparently helped design this does not understand. Okay, gotcha.
By looking at all of this data, which word might come next in a sequence, which word might come next in a sentence. And if you feed it on Wikipedia and Reddit and, other internet dialogue, it understands, it quote unquote, learns how to put sentences together that sound like they have meaning. But all of the experts say that he is mistaken and not understanding the technology properly. However, his claim is coming in the middle of a very interesting moment in the AI community where some, top executives at companies are saying that this technology.
What the hell is that? I mean, I'm sorry for interrupting, but why this image? I want to know why the penguin
is potentially close to achieving consciousness. Now, I should say also these terms are very ill-defined. Like you said, it's almost like some of the experts are as under the thrall of sci-fi as the rest of us.
Yeah. Let's talk about this engineer that he wants Google to get consent from that AI before using it in experiments. Explain his reasoning for this and how.
Okay, so conspiracy me this. This is coming from NBC, okay? They're saying that this tech expert, trust the experts, doesn't understand how this thing works. Okay? That almost, considering that it's coming from NBC, now I'm thinking maybe the fucking thing is sentient. Okay, one moment.
How this story is really sparking, as you've been talking about, this debate about ethics in tech.
Yeah, so Blake is also a mystic Christian priest. He's studied the occult, and he emphasized to me that, he is a
Okay, so let's look at this. He's a mystic priest and he studied the occult. Well, let's remember what happened at CERN. I mean, didn't they have like a bit of a freaking like ritual before they powered up the super collider, like where the fuck that was, and a deflection from the FTX stuff? Absolutely, Rainoff. Absolutely.
computer scientist, and he studied to be a cognitive scientist. And he said, his claim, his belief that Lambda is sentient stems from his, his training as a priest and his religious beliefs more so than his experience as a cognitive scientist or computer scientist, because these these ideas they haven't been well thought out. It's not as though there's a test for this sort of thing. And so, to Blake's mind, if something tells it that it has a soul and that it's a person and it requires consent, then we ought to believe it.
Okay, so if there's no test for it, then it doesn't exist. So, okay, so can we apply that to COVID? I mean, can we talk about like the discrepancies and all that amplification cycles and all that other crap? It's like, okay, so NBC, you brought in this expert to go and discredit another expert, and it doesn't answer the question, is the fucking thing sentient?
I think it has really sparked a larger debate about the dangers of the way that the AI hype in the industry has gone, and the kind of flippant way that executives have teased the idea of consciousness and the idea that these models can understand us and learn.
Some of that was really scary, and some of that was really confusing. But thank you, Natasha.
Fascinating, though.
Fascinating.
Oh, so some of it was scary and some of it was really confusing. Okay, well, can I get a job at NBC? I mean, because do I come off coherent? I mean, okay, do I need to get a paycheck from NBC? Let's continue.
I mean, really it is, and we're all just kind of trying to learn. So thanks for helping us explain it.
Thanks for helping us explain it. I learned nothing other than there was a whole lot of bias going on. I'm going to call this a microaggression against silicone-based people who are children. And, yes. Whatever. Good morning, Mad World. Good morning. Oh, so nice to see your sprout has disappeared. Do we have any comments so far this morning on any of this?
Sounds like they're trying to normalize the people thinking of this shit as real kids, real people, like you say.
I'm getting a sense that that is part of it, and the other part of it is that they are trying to say that the AI is not operational to the effect which we're seeing in algorithms. Like, for instance, YouTube, for instance, when I upload, or anyone who creates content uploads to YouTube, how in the hell does YouTube flag off so quickly for things like keywords? Okay? That's interesting to me. You can say the word like, I can start saying like, let's say, COVID has never been, has, outside of computer models, COVID has never actually been identified under an electron microscope. Okay? As a test, when I upload this to YouTube, YouTube's algorithm might actually sense that I said that statement and then put a COVID misinformation flag on the video. All right? Not even talking about how it picks up music and then says that you've got a copyright claim and stuff like that. They're using AI in algorithms right now, yet NBC is stating, okay, well, it's not sentient. Well, pulling something out of a video does not prove sentience. What it shows is that the algorithm has a sense of understanding. All the people on the internet who have been uploading their data to all of these social networks, all of these opinions, all these conversations, they're all being monitored by some sort of, I don't even know what it is. It would have to be some sort of data collection algorithm. And then you have people in the background who sit there and look at this quantified data and try to help the machines understand how to interpret what people are talking about. The AI levels at this point don't even reside in one server. They have to be split up, much like blockchain, like crypto. It has to go through several different server processes, and it's doing it at light speed. I mean, it is very quick. Considering how much information is constantly being dumped and pulled from the internet, these algorithms work instantaneously, it seems. Let's see. I have to admit, the stuff that Bruce has playing in the background right now, although I like it, is highly distracting. So yes. I mean, I might have to do something to his food later. Anyway. Moving on.
Well,
What?
might just have to do something to his food later. Don't eat, Bruce.
Ugh.
Don't drink the tea.
You know, it's to the point where I can't even... Ugh. Whatever. Tomorrow I will wear a headset. If he does this again, I will wear a headset. Alright, so from AI, let's move on to this. So, can police use robots to kill? San Francisco voted yes. Well, 6 people... Well, 1 person gave it a thumbs up, and 5 people are very unhappy about this.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Okay, so let's remove people's weapons. Let's go and say that semi-automatic weapons need to be taken away from people. Why, here, let me just segue quickly over to this. Canada, Bill of Rights, and let's see. What would it be called? Do they call it handguns? Because I call them weapons. Because in military training, you call it a weapon. You don't call it a gun. It's a weapon. So let's see. Canada's Bill of Rights regarding weapons. Because they did something recently. What they're trying to do is they're trying to introduce a law which will be on equal footing to what is our Bill of Rights, whatever the equitable Bill of Rights is in Canada. They're currently trying to put in place a law stating that even though the weapon is your private property, and even though the Canadian Bill of Rights says that you have free use and enjoyment of your private property, they're starting with the gun buyback program. Okay? And what is currently being entertained is that a law be written saying that it's illegal to own them, which means that the government, after they tried to pay people to have them volunteer their weapons back to the government, now it's going to be that the government can just come and take them. Let's see. They say, according to Time... Can I close this? What, do I need to, make an account? Anyway, Justin Trudeau cited U.S. mass shootings in Canada's new gun bill, but crime is surging there too. So, Justin Trudeau is trying to use what's happening in the United States. And what is happening in the United States? Criminals. We let a bunch of criminals out of prison, didn't we? And then all of a sudden we get more crimes because there are more criminals in the population instead of being in confinement, which is where our laws used to put people who committed crimes. Wouldn't it make sense that if you release the criminals that you're going to have an increase in crime? Am I crazy? Hot mic somewhere. Yes, there was a hot mic. But I think I think that they have rectified their situation. So let's be thankful. All right. So take away your weapons. Oh God, now he has something playing in the background that's super irritating. Oh, it's so good to be back. It's so good to be back. I never should have left my studio. I should have just stayed up in the studio. At least in there, I had like soundproofing and stuff. Ah,
Oh.
ah. Anyway, darling. Oh, then he has. Oh, I think he's. You know what he does? He goes and he starts playing his music louder. When he hears me talking about things that he doesn't agree with, he will intentionally increase the volume on whatever he's listening to. And he knows I'm streaming right now. That's what lefties do. They know. They are quite aware of what's going on. I love him so much. I love him so much. But you know that he's being a dick right now. You know he's being a dick. But it might be the autism. I mean, is anyone here autistic? And they might actually, like, you know, do you think he's doing... Let's take a vote. Is he doing it on purpose? Or is he just, you know, not aware of what's going on? It's one or the other. Anyway. Take away your weapons and they want to put, like, what the fuck is this? Look at the size of this thing. This is what they want to deploy in San Francisco? How does it kill people? Where's the fucking video? What does this do?
Can't reveal that information.
Well, they should show it. They should show, like, how, like, what is this for? Are these, like, little control... Okay, so it's got, like, little controls on the side of it, apparently. If this thing is coming at you, can't you just, like, you know, have someone walk up from one of its blind spots? I mean, it doesn't... What, does this thing pivot? I don't see... Raynoth! Yes, it is cope. You're absolutely right, DJ Based. It's totally cope. He's not aware of what he's doing on purpose. He's not aware he's doing it on purpose. He's totally doing it on purpose. Oh. Raynoth. And any other, oh, what do you call it? Oh, gosh, what is the word? Mechanics. I need the mechanics to speak up on this. Where the fuck is the pivot? What, is it going to just, like, you know, reverse this track, engage this track, and, like, you know, do a 0-degree radius turn or something like that? It's like, what is to stop anyone from... these look like controls. I mean, what is this, like a distraction on the device? It's like, do these buttons actually do nothing? Because I'm thinking that these buttons do something. Or these switches. And I think they're switches. They look like pointer switches. So... And then this dude, he looks like he's kind of like, you know, kind of happy that he's dealing. Does he know that this is going to be used to kill people? A police officer operates one of his department's bomb disposal robots. Well, that's a bomb disposal robot. That's a bomb disposal robot. Why are you showing a bomb disposal robot? We're talking about from MSN, Microsoft, I don't know. Is this Microsoft News? I don't know. But it's from Washington Post. It says, can police use robots to kill? San Francisco voted yes. Oh, look at that. Now it's like increased. Apparently this article is now getting traction. Now it's got 4 thumbs up and 6 frowny faces and 1, like, you know, slightly confused. I don't even like to think about it. This is a bomb disposal robot.
They can strap a gun to the top of it.
Why?
To kill you.
Well, yes, it is 0 turn, but that's stupid. It's like, for one, this thing has got to be loud as fuck, so you know the thing is coming at you, okay? I mean, how quickly? Okay, so let's see. A tank can move at around, let's see. I think a tank can move at around 60 miles an hour, but we're dealing with a different ratio here. If we look at, like, the size of this, we consider the track... We consider that it's electric, so it's not running on fuel. It's not like a tank. It's going to move slower. It's got a smaller footprint, which means that you could throw something in front of it and possibly knock it over. If it's moving quickly enough, you could throw something under one of these tracks, and it would, like, hobble it for a bit.
Hey, they're not going to use the bomb disposal robots. That's a fucking $1.7 million fucking robot there that they're playing with. That's not what they're going to fucking use. This article is just misleading, trying to make people think, oh my God, look at how big this thing is. This is going to be bad. This is a misleading article. That's why they used that photo.
That's why I love... That's why I love talking about this shit, because it absolutely is a misleading article. It's like, this is what the normies are going to look at.
Haven't you?
They have no idea that. Yeah, that's way too damn of an expensive, and it's a military piece of hardware, not what they're going to issue to police forces.
Haven't you seen the ones that look like dogs?
I've seen the ones that look like dogs.
I've seen those with guns on them.
Now maybe this is, okay. Here's something which 45 just dropped in the chat. Let's look at this shit. Okay, and let's see, I've got 20 minutes left. Let's take a peek, because I think I've seen this one before, and I have questions about this as well.
And another thing with that bomb disposal robot they were shooting, that thing's like already 20 or 25 years old.
Stop.
Kevin, are you muted?
I'm muted. I am so sorry, lady. I am sorry. I muted you and didn't even realize I was muted. But yes. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting me know. Are you saying that this machine is 75 years old?
No, 20 to 25 years
20
old.
to 25 years old. Okay, and they're using this in a distraction article.
Yes.
45 dropped that link about one moment, please.
The only way I know that is because I've worked around the EOD area, and the EOD guys used to complain about that piece of equipment. Sorry, I can't. I don't know. Sorry about the echo.
You know, when I was in the military, I never saw this. But then again, I guess we had people who went and did that shit. Thank you,
So
Sparky,
did
and
that
good
take
morning,
care of the
Sparky.
echo?
What's up?
I was asking if that took care of the echo.
Let me see. Who dropped this on me? Let me see. This might have been. Was this from MBB? Who dropped this on me? Someone dropped this like thing on me. Anyway, it's a handheld EMP device. If you guys are going to build EMP devices, do be careful of your family and friends who have pacemakers. Just saying. I'm not against making devices which can jam frequencies. Just be aware that if you're going to be doing this kind of stuff and making these kind of rectifying units, you're going to end up killing people if you're not careful. Because some people are part electronic right now and have been for decades. So don't be giving grandma a heart attack.
They'll be all right.
Oh, I don't know. They're going to skip a beat. If you don't fry the pacemakers. All right, let's see. So that one has been dropped into the Odysee. So if anyone's interested in the handheld EMP devices, please look it up. Soldering guns are fun. All right, so Mayor says New York City will treat mentally ill even if they refuse. All right, one moment. Okay. So, this is from AP News. Oh, hey, Demon Goddess. All right. So, Mayor says New York City will treat mentally ill even if they refuse. I want to look at something here on a hot second here. I'm so glad I'm no. Am I still transgender? I don't know. But let's see. Let's see. Didn't the Supreme Court rule that transgender people are mentally ill? Or or what did they say? Did they say that they're handicapped, or what did they say? Is transgender mental illness? When is this article from? Come on, why don't people put the dates at the very top? Where in the hell is the date?
Don't you remember you were talking about getting disability?
Yeah, they're supposed to be getting like disability, and that would mean that they've got like some sort of like something wrong with them. Because if they're saying that being transgender is a disability, then what kind of disability is it? Is it a mental illness?
Yes,
Signs.
it's the only thing it could be.
Well, okay, that's what I'm thinking, right? So I'm kind of happy that I'm not in New York right now because that isn't Mayor. What is Axel calls him Mayor Watermelon Seeds, but I think his name is Eric Adams. Isn't that the mayor of New York City right now?
Yes.
Is Eric Adams saying that the trannies in New York City are going to be treated even if they refuse? Oh my gosh, how do you do that? How do you spin that in the news cycle? Have you seen the trannies in New York City? They are surgical catastrophes. Lots of silicone, lots of injections, lots of body parts which have been added and subtracted. I know, I can speak on this very intelligently. Oh, but to think, I heard that while I was gone, because I didn't actually, when I put out my note saying that I was leaving state for a bit, I didn't get out the word properly. I can see that. I thought leaving it in the chats was sufficient. I was wrong, but then again, I'm not one of those people who knows how to actually like. I don't have a what do you call it, a distribution list or anything like that. But I heard while I was gone that some people thought that the my medical care team had come to my house and had held me down and then like confiscated me. That was not the case. And if that was the case, I don't think I'd be alive. Oh, I would fight. I would fight so much. I mean, it's like, as much as I could, I would fight that shit. But to hear that Mayor Eric Adams to want to treat the mentally ill even if they refuse. And what's a mental illness? Wait a minute. Aren't there people like, being pushed into subway trains and shit? Aren't those people mentally ill? What about the people? They released a bunch of people from jail in New York City. It's like the very nature of their illnesses keeps them from realizing they need intervention and support. Without the intervention, they remain lost and isolated from society, tormented by delusions and disordered thinking. The cycle in and out of hospitals and jails. Don't they consider people who don't want to take the COVID jabs to be under a delusion? Don't they consider? Is this what they're going to try to do? Is this what they're trying to do?
I think Red Dawn played some of those videos.
What were the videos Red Dawn played?
People getting forcibly injected, saying that they weren't competent to make the decision not to.
That's crazy. Who is to decide that? And that brings me back to that whole AI thing, where the AIs are trying to decide what is nonsense and what is rational. It's like,
Right.
and then you've got robots running around in San Francisco that are being dropped by drones. Although I think that one was Chinese. I think that was actually in China.
I think you need to look at all the proposals that just passed too. That's part of what they were doing. When they were saying "my body, my choice," they were also saying that they could make people take medicine that they didn't want to.
Good point. I'm looking up those proposals, and maybe that'll be like tomorrow. We'll
Like
go
in
through.
Michigan,
Yeah.
all the proposals passed. There were 6 of them. Every single one of them said they passed. They cheated on everything.
I was looking at that when I was looking at the Republican Congress votes, which seems to make it look like the United States is so red, okay? And then I looked at the governor and it was not. It was more bluish. And then it was the Senate, which also looked somewhat blue, but it didn't make any sense because it's like, why would there be such a wash of red for the congressional members and then so blue for everything else? It didn't make any sense. But what I did notice is in Montana, they are trying to pass a bill that if a baby is born alive, but if the mother doesn't want the child, that there's no medical intervention to be given to that child. In particular, for babies who have been through an abortion procedure and somehow born alive. Okay?
That's what Michigan did too.
Who the fuck does that? Who goes and says, oh, the baby was born alive and is viable, but we're not going to give this child, this infant, this newly born human being, all right? Who votes in favor of just letting the life form languish? Fuck. I mean, we have laws where you can't, abuse animals, but you can take a baby and you can just let the baby languish after being born. It's already hard enough that the baby survived an abortion or whatever thing happened. All right? But for a medical institution to say and have policies written which state that you are not thank you, Demon Goddess. For a medical institution to state that you do not have the wherewithal to make your own medical decisions and to force care upon you because you don't know any better, but yet to take someone who is absolutely helpless and who is definitely in need of care and to somehow state that the baby can die. Who the fuck does that?
I think it's also about making it so they can do what they want to the kids in school.
That's the Title IX thing. Now, yesterday, I don't know if 45.1 is still here, but I sent him an email yesterday. And it was about Title IX. Guys, I am not kidding when I say look at Title IX and look at what they're trying to do with Title IX. It's not about talking to the parents anymore about not doing these kind of surgeries, these kind of trans-affirming care surgeries or medicines on your children. Soon, if this stuff goes through legislation, parents won't have a choice.
Unless... Yeah, it's about giving up your rights to be a parent and giving the right to the state.
Yes, and I know that. Oh man, we're 8 minutes out. We are 8 minutes out from 45.1 Actual's Big Dick Energy Brigade radio show, which is coming up soon. I don't know if 45.1 is going to be talking about this today, but I imagine he's a biological father, okay? I have a certain amount of rage about this, okay? I do have rage about this. I also have a lived experience about how fucked up all this shit is. Did you know that when you take a male or a female and give them the opposing hormones, that you increase the cancer risk by a multiplier of 40? Okay, did you know that? Did you know that when you do this kind of interchange of hormones, the pancreas, when you're born in your biology, whether male or female, your pancreas is designed for that physiology. It's very hormone sensitive. Guess what happens when you flip someone over to an opposing hormone? The pancreas stops working. Guess who just got diagnosed with motherfucking diabetes? Do I look fucking diabetic? Well, now I'm diabetic. They didn't tell me that shit before I started this whole fucking gender affirmation process. Now I've got
because they probably didn't fucking know.
Well, they need. Well, now I think they should know. They're supposed to be the experts.
But let's be honest. People like you are literally the experiment cases for what they're fucking doing.
Absolutely. So I found out. I don't have any fucking faith in the medical field any longer. I don't trust anyone on my care team anymore. I don't trust, because I don't think that they're actually practicing medicine anymore. I think they're practicing policy with the benefit of the ability to practice medicine on people, and it enrages me. Now, let's get back to the thing about the kids. I'm not a biological parent. I am angry about it, but I'm curious. Because while I'm uploading this, I'm going to be catching the first maybe like 45 minutes to an hour of 45-1 actual show. I'd like to see how a father reacts to Title IX. I'm just saying. He's a dad. And I've got other dads in the audience. I've got other mothers in the audience. I can't imagine any of you mothers or fathers out there are pleased about any of this shit. But this shit is getting real to the point where it's going to be written into law that you won't be able to stop the... what is it? The fucking social constructs that these people on the left like to say everything's a social fucking construct and everything like that. Well, there's a social construct being built right now. They've already tried to remove the nuclear family. There's a reason for that. There is a reason why they want to remove the nuclear family. Oh, man. I mean, pardon me?
I was listening to somebody, and they said that there's nothing in the Constitution that gives them the right to propose this at all.
There is nothing in the Constitution which gives any branch of the government, and by the way, we're supposed to be the government. The government's not supposed to be a separate fucking entity. It's like, we're supposed to be the government by our own Constitution. But
so it's not even supposed to be an option that they think about making a proposal like this, because nothing in there gives them the right to do that.
Nothing does. Absolutely. So all the things that they're trying to get us to forget. They're trying to us to forget about the Epstein thing. There are still people out there who have not been brought to justice for the trafficking of kids. The whole FTX money laundering scheme. The whole misappropriation of funds. We're sending more money to the fucking Ukraine for some fucking reason. Anyway, we're 3 minutes out. So why don't we just like wrap on up, because we've got some things going on. Now, it looks like in one day, that should be oh no, that's tomorrow. Thursday's coming up. Some guy from Maine. Please check him out. I know some of you guys. I've been to his club once. I might not ever go to his club again, though, because last time I was at his club, apparently I blew out his stream while I was leaving, and I am so sorry. I am so sorry. So I might be there. I don't know. We've got Reverend Rant with American Citizen. You guys can find him at the American Rant Show. Okay. Of course, we have Pastor Chatelet at the Pond. That's where I met y'all. So happy to have met y'all. We're going to move on over to 45-1 Big Dick Energy Brigade Radio Show right now. So I'm going to drop the link in. I'm sure you guys already know how to get there, but some of you guys might be new. So here you go. Here you go. We will see you guys.
I got new internet.
Pardon me?
I got new internet, so you're all set. Thank you.
What's up?
I got new internet, so you're all set to show up. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I am pleased. Okay. So, we're moving on over to there. To 45-1's show. I don't know how to... Oh, there we go. Yes, it is starting. So, until tomorrow, be well, God bless, and have an
God motherfucking speed.
What?
Have a good day, y'all. Peace.
Yes.
What's up, Vexen?
Yes.
Vexen back in the hole, buddy.
Giggity.
All right. Are you still alive? Yeah, you're still alive. Okay. I'll wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm just going to kill the stream in just a moment right here. All right, so stop recording because I don't have an outro
Good morning,
anymore.
friends. If you could do me